to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm your I was totally thinking about the co-host thing. I was like, wait, I have a co-host.
Were you thinking about your co-host?
Yes. So, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jerod Zavistoski, and you're listening and watching Modern Male Radio. And Sarah's back.
This is all the stuff your mama should have told you and the stuff your daddy never knew.
Yeah, it's throwing me for a loop.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, hi, guys. Welcome.
Yeah, we're back.
Welcome to the
totally
show.
botched the intro. I think it's the first time it's happened in it's been about a year since I've really messed up the intro.
Full house tonight.
Yes, it's an exciting night.
Yeah.
So, and you're going to introduce the guests.
Sure, why not? We've got Darci Mayan, TV producer and correspondent.
Yes, hi.
Hi, we just met, so this is great. We're going to do an entirely organic show with our guests. And James Thompson.
Uh-huh. I believe that's
Is that your name right now?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go
Okay.
with that
No.
one.
I almost told you.
What's that?
And I tried to tell the guests, I'm like, oh, just don't wear green. I'm like, I don't know how this is showing up on camera right now, but his shirt's green, so I think we're cool.
Yeah, it's a different shade.
It's an olive green.
It's olive green.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got a black backdrop because of the chair there.
Truth. Well, I guess I should give him a proper introduction. Master musician, slash.
Should we call you master? Is that what
you're
I
a
mean,
master of your craft.
technically, according to the U.S. government, I'm an extraordinary talent, I guess.
Yeah?
That's what they call you.
That's quite
extraordinary.
a label.
That's
it's
stamped on your passport?
It's an alien of extraordinary ability.
Alien of extraordinary ability.
Yeah, they try and dumb it down with the alien bit at the beginning of it, you know?
Okay.
Well, here in the States, we dumb a lot of stuff down, don't we?
The alien thing in the beginning.
Fair enough. Cool. So later we're going to have James do some music for us, some of his master music.
Yes. Extraordinary talent.
But it's crazy because we try and have guests on with similar professions. You're a musician and you do TV. So you might wonder, what in the world we would have two people on that have absolutely nothing to do with each other.
Why would you even question or wonder about any of the things that we do here?
Because I would wonder. Because
Strategy,
I'm the guy that would wonder.
methods,
I would be like,
methodologies.
that's interesting. How's Jerod going to tie these together today?
No.
But most people don't think like that.
No.
So probably
No.
not. So yeah, then there's
Probably
that.
not.
But you
We tell or we
guys
cut?
have both dated in LA, which gives you a very, very similar. There's something similar there to work with. So. Tell me about your experience dating in LA versus Australia, and tell me about your experience dating in the industry and as a producer.
You go first.
I pass the torch every time. I'm done.
The biggest thing is because you speak English, I speak English, you guys speak English, so you come here and you think that it's just going to be simple and you're just going to click.
Yeah.
But if I was German, right? If I spoke German, my English was bad, you would see the cultural difference immediately.
Yeah.
But the cultural difference is invisible.
Yeah, but everybody speaks crazy. And James, you speak a lot of crazy.
Musicians, top musicians are usually a bit nuts.
Right.
And I embrace that. So that's fine. But it's like how I can be I'm crazy and particular, but not particular. I'm so laid back Australian, that's part of me. So I find American girls are much more particular. So I'll make silly mistakes or not think of things just because I'm just not thinking. Mm-hmm. Where in Australia, a girl will be, that's just normal. We just,
that's called having a penis. I think that's unilaterally.
It's in your DNA.
We go to the grocery. We go to the grocery stores with no shoes on, stuff like that. Back home, it's just really whatever.
That sounds like Britney Spears
cares.
in the parking lot.
Nobody cares.
Gorilla footing it around
really
or something.
we're all very chill about everything and laid back.
Yeah, but why would you go barefoot anywhere in Australia? That seems like that seems like a bad idea.
Immunity to the spiders.
Yeah.
You're going to get bitten a few times.
We're asking for some fungus or something.
I could see how that would be incredibly dangerous. You just get a snake, hooked into your big toe, just walk around with it, just fuck it.
Well, I'm certified snake handler, actually. So.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
What isn't this guy certified or master or
I used to be a beach
yet?
lifeguard when I was a kid, growing up through my teen years. And one of the things was we had these massive, 5 foot, 6 foot long jugite, snakes that are deadly. So a few of us had to get trained to remove them and take them back to the bush.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So wait, we're talking about sea snakes or are they
land snakes? So you'd be at the beach and they just straight in front of you. So somebody's got to get rid of
Australia has 9 of the 10 deadliest snakes in the world, right?
The fun snakes, we got all the good ones.
Yeah.
All I know is when you are drowning in Australia, and I know this from personal experience, you do not scream. You have to hold your arms up, and then somebody comes to save you.
Well, another fun fact as well is sharks don't pinpoint, because you always think that the last person out is the one that's going to be eaten. So you're I'll just swim a little bit further in. Not true. They literally just pick anybody at random.
Oh, that's good.
In the middle of a group, you could be
like
by
I'm
the shore,
learning so much
anywhere
today.
you want to be. But the best thing you could ever do is punch
Tip
him
the
directly in
iceberg.
the
I know.
nose. That's what you want to do. Punch it in the nose.
Have you ever punched a shark in the? Have you ever punched a shark in the nose?
No, but when I was a lifeguard, you go out in the jet skis to make sure it's not a shark. Make sure it's not a sunfish, because the sunfish have the same dorsal fin basically as the shark.
Ah.
So it was a sound the alarm. But we have the most deaths where I'm from sharks in the world.
Yeah. So which is why
I'm not going there.
I just wouldn't swim.
I went there as a kid.
I just wouldn't swim. I'd be like, cool. There are pools and shit. I'm gonna go swim in the pool. I'm not gonna go swim in the ocean.
I'm like, thanks, Mom and Dad. I was 9.
That's why I never surfed.
In the sandbars.
But you almost drowned?
I did. I got stuck in a sandbar, and I was screaming. I was like 9 years old. I'm like, of course. Like,
did this guru over here?
I didn't. I've known him like 2 weeks? No. We're going back ways for 9 years old.
Your parents are all over there on the shore, just like.
I was with a babysitter.
Chinky.
So no, not even. They weren't even any parts of this
Australia?
equation. It was.
Yeah, because we grew up like with the
Paradise.
beach lifeguard stuff, so they just throw you in, make you swim like far out, so you get used to it. But as a beach lifeguard,
used to the sharks.
Well, all the Japanese and tourists would come over, and they would just like walk in the ocean like lemmings and just drown. You got to go in there and bring them out because they had no idea like concept of walking into the ocean.
Only Japanese.
Right.
They would. What they would do is especially over in Sydney, they fly them over. So they fly them over in big because they come to see Australia, and they fly them over in big groups, and they take them around, and they just take them to the ocean, and they have no experience.
Right.
Huh.
Sounds pretty strategic.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so you're like, oh God, here we go.
So what is it about the girls in LA that are so particular?
Here, so speaking of the mic, we gotta
about this.
get you guys forward a little bit. There we
I
go.
think they're just more like just particular on how you're supposed to be and act and carry yourself, and
So
I don't know, they
interesting
expect
because
more
I feel like
than I'm used to. I don't know. It's just different. It's very
I
different.
mean, like basic chivalry, like opening doors or standing on one side of the street that the male should
Yeah,
stand
we don't really
closest
think
to
about
oncoming
this stuff.
traffic. You don't think about that?
No.
So if I'm walking down the street with you, you're not going to be conscious of traffic that's like closer
like
to
the
me
man
than you.
always stands on the inside.
Yeah,
towards
see,
the
I'm learning
girls.
so much already.
No, the guy
I'm
stands on
learning
the
so
outside.
much.
Yeah.
If
Well,
I'm
the girls
about to walk in a puddle, you're not going to take your shirt or your jacket off and throw that in front of me. Come
That's
on.
a thing.
do you open doors?
You're going to let me get
I
my
mean,
feet
if
wet?
they're in
In
my way.
storybooks, it was.
You open doors what?
Yeah, if they're in front of me, I normally have. No, in Australia, if my friends were to hold the door open for me, I would expect it to come flying back in my face. I would expect it to be a joke. I wouldn't expect them to actually hold the door open for me. That was one of the biggest things that I noticed. I love that. You
What?
guys hold the doors open. We don't do that.
You're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, just like let the door go. Like,
No,
screw
but
that person.
Just
One of my best friends is from Australia, and he always opens doors for like everyone, like your mom, your
He probably
neighbor,
thinks it's
your
hilarious. Oh my God, open the door. Look at us opening doors.
So
Ah, interesting.
So you were saying, Darci, about the being particular. So do you find women in LA particular?
I find that it depends on what kind of woman you're referring to, but I feel like there are women that are just solely based. They're particular on what the status of the man is or not. But then there's other normal people like myself that just I get like the most like I could dig like deep into the ocean and find the craziest fish of a guy and that doesn't want to do anything, and I'm like, it's okay, I'll take care of you. I'll pay
I
the bills, I'll
understand
do
that.
It's like so I don't even know what it means to be particular. And then when you do start to set boundaries, it's like these guys are so sensitive and they're so like I find it's become like a sense of entitlement, and also like they're so used to like everything is like at your fingertips, social media, like whatever it is. So there's like an expectation. Like the other day I didn't respond back to somebody within like an hour. It's like good
Kiss of
chat,
death.
yeah,
Kiss
good
of
chat.
death.
Talk to you later. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm working, and like, what is this? You're so needy. They're so needy.
There's a stage 5 deal with that.
I know,
Yeah.
and I'm like blocked. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
Delete.
the needy thing has been coming up more and more. I've been coaching people, and I've had it come up quite a bit
Really?
where the guy might not even necessarily be needy. I think people just expect your phone to be on you at all times and to be available at all times.
Yes.
So they kind of like
Or
call
here.
you and overtext you and call you and overtext you.
Texting.
So I have a 3 rule, and my 3 rule I think is applicable to almost anything. But when it comes to actually texting or social media or anything, you never, ever, ever do more than 3. You never send more than 3 texts without a response. You never ever, calling like only once. I would only ever call a girl once, leave a message, and that's it. And if she doesn't call me back, it'd be like, okay, whatever the fuck you're doing, it must be like super important. But yeah, and I don't like to, like, I'll literally be sitting there watching my phone buzz, but I'm so fucking engrossed in whatever I'm writing or
exactly
whatever
how
I'm doing that I'm like, just go away. Like, I'll turn it off if I have to. And I think that's kind of a shared thing with people.
I think people like take a lot of. It is true. I always say like nobody's that busy, right? But at the same time, people do have lives, and I try to be respectful. And even if I don't want to talk to anybody, like always pay respect and answer somebody back. But I have to do it on my time as well. So with that being said, it's not. I think people need to learn not to take everything personal, but everyone takes every little thing personal. Like everybody is on their phone. So if someone doesn't respond to you, it's like, oh, I put it on my Instagram once. It was funny. Like it made me laugh. One of my friends was like, I like this picture, and he had texted me like a couple hours, well, like 10 hours earlier, and then he was like, don't like my pic, and then not respond back to my text. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Right, because they can tell when you were online.
Yeah.
The stage 5 goes to like the other
funny.
level. Oh, so I just texted you, but I saw that you liked 5 pictures
but I liked
Facebook
his, so he's like, don't like my pic and not respond to me.
That's the kind of stuff I'm not used to.
See,
like knowing that you've liked a photo or been doing it. I never check. If I'm dating somebody, I'm not looking at their Facebook
Social
or their
media
Instagram
is like
ever.
CSI now.
Yeah.
I'm dating you. I see you all the time.
I can try out anything.
But see, I think that's a guy thing, and I feel the same way. I'm like, I don't give a shit. But I've actually seen guys where they'll literally be like on Tinder, and they'll match a girl, and then they'll go back and like see her profile and be like, oh, she's been active like 10 minutes ago. She still hasn't texted me back.
Right.
And they start getting like frantic about it.
Weird.
Or they
you
go
don't even know
on
the person. It's like,
Yeah.
dog, you don't even
it's a
know
bit
me.
much.
Relax.
And then I've also seen like over liking photos. Like you go on and like your whole Instagram feed is just one person, just liked.
Did you need some attention?
And
Because
then it's like,
I get it. And if you don't like my friend, the Australian, he's gonna kill me, but he'll be like, he'll like go and like a girl that he'll see on Tinder if she has her IG listed on there, and then he'll go and he'll be like, oh, and he'll like all of her pictures before he swipes right or whatever, and then if she likes him back, then he'll swipe right. And then it's like this whole process. I'm like, dude, you really like sit here and think about this stuff. And he's like, she only liked a couple of my pictures back. But here's the thing. It's like the social media is such a like, it's even this has become such a like, it dominates everyone's day all day long. It's just like you can't even
this is real life. It is, you are in the screen.
Well, and it's interesting because there are two people.
It's so
there are two
surreal.
kinds of people.
Really
there are people that are very, very engaged with their social media. I've noticed with women especially. They'll be on their phones all day in their social media, and everything matters.
Trying
like
to stay
Instagram
relevant.
is. Yeah, and it's almost like a love affair with their phone, like it's a little extension of them. Yeah. And then there are I'm talking about women specifically. So then there are women who are completely the opposite, and they kind of go on their social media, and it's like, oh shit, this happened. And I don't know. I guess guys can be the same way. I haven't met many guys that are like, "Oh my god, I have to fucking Instagram this right now."
Oh my gosh, I do. I find those guys everywhere, every day. I'm like, I try. I swear, I've dated guys that will date. I wasn't Insta famous enough, maybe, I don't know, because like they'll only date girls that have like over 100,000 followers.
What?
It's like high school again.
So
That's like a thing.
No,
Yeah.
well, I found out it is a thing
it's
because I
definitely a
dated
thing.
one. And I'm like, oh, because the one had like 100,000 followers. Because I feel like he's trying to be an actor or a host, and it's like, you know, someone's trying to stay relevant. This person can help their career or can get an agent off Insta. Like, I don't know. I'm just done with that. So I actually like when guys don't have social
when
media.
they're not
I'm like,
social
thank
media
God.
dependent.
Yeah.
Wow.
He might actually call me on the phone too. He won't like just text me like WID. What are you? I'm like, what is this? Like, ask me what I'm doing or how are you? How about not like WID or like don't. Or they'll send like now like ... because you haven't responded back yet. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, way to be a passive bitch.
Yeah. Thank you.
Passive aggressive bitch. Sorry.
Yeah.
Missed the word there. But how's it different in Australia? Like, are the women different? Do they give more shits or less shits? More fucks or less fucks?
Less. Way less.
So they just no
That's what I'm
fucks
saying.
given.
I guess I don't know where I'm from. All we do is we go to the beach and we just do like outdoor activities and stuff. So living on the online world so much like this,
Just
is not
punching
really-
sharks in the face.
Yeah,
He lives
it's
in
not
the
really stuff
jungle.
we ever do.
Wrangling
We do.
snakes and whatever
Okay.
it was, the other thing.
Like my friends for fun bought a $500 car, took it out to the pines, and just drove it into trees till it finally didn't go anymore. Then they blew it up. That was the day out. And then I went to my friend's house. I remember this. I went to their house and I'm like, what the heck is that smell? And they're like, oh, we had a controlled fire living in the city. I'm like, controlled fire? Like, yeah, because the yard had gotten so high, like 2 feet of weeds and like grass, they burnt it off. And the fire department came out too. But they literally like that's what their idea of a good time is, you know.
So what do the girls do?
That sounds like I would like Australia a
They're
lot.
kind of like the girls are kind of more manly, like in attitude. They're really tomboy kind of girls, I guess.
So what would you do for your first date in Australia?
yeah, would you like have a controlled fire?
Yeah, controlled fire.
Throw her in the ocean and see if she can swim?
Probably go to the beach. or
Punching
something.
sharks?
So that is like a first date thing.
Yeah, beach and stuff like that. That's what we do. But
So-
normally everybody's like in their groups and they have like their, you know, it's such a bro culture. Like guys are like so in their little groups. Like I remember my American friend came over And we went out to some of the clubs and bars, and he's a nightclub owner over here. And he was like on edge, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? And he's like, if I saw this behavior in one of my clubs, like I'd be shutting it down or getting the bouncers all on the dance floor. Because the guys are like jumping all over each other. Like just being
like mosh pit, like
just like dancing with each other, just being crazy. Like in America, like most guys would just stand there and like, try to act cool. But the guys there are like actually dancing with each other and having a good time. Like
that's good though.
Yeah,
being ridiculous and silly. So the bro culture there is huge.
Yeah. No, that sounds awesome.
Girls are like really mean. If you go up to a girl in a bar, she'd be like, fuck off.
Good.
And my sister, she came here to visit me. We went out to Vegas.
I know, I want to go there.
And stuff like this. And she's, she just turned 21. Guys come up to her and, hi. And she's like, fuck off. I'm like, Hannah, relax. Like, oh, God.
So how do you meet girls then? If you're in the jungle and
it's like normally like just through your groups of friends or like stuff like that. But yeah, like especially I had a couple of friends that like one of my friends was shorter and he just get ripped on all the time. Like so mean. It was
like
just
how
so
short?
Aww.
Yeah.
5'8", 5'9".
Okay.
But it's just like because I guess
short.
like in LA like everybody expects you might be somebody or whatever, so nobody wants to piss anybody off. But back then like nobody cares.
I think LA is just there's a general sense of like etiquette manners.
Yeah, we don't have that sense of etiquette and manners.
It's funny because
not.
for Americans' opinions of France, the only place I've ever been that kind of reminded me of LA was actually Paris. They kind of have like a general sense of etiquette, and they're very kind of polite, but they can be a little snobby, and it's the
very
same
snobby.
Same thing here.
I work with French people. They can be very like.
You know what's funny though? So I went out there to Paris. I had a fucking blast. I had so much fun. I met so many awesome people. The only people that I met that had that French like attitude with their nose up were people that were born in America that had immigrated there. And I was like, what are you like trying to adopt what you think it is? Because everybody I've met out here, like the girls were hitting on me. For the first time in my life, I'm walking down the street and girls are like, hey, what's up? How are you?
That's very European.
I'm like, this is awesome. Like
that to me, I'm very friendly and I talk to everybody. So I feel like, one of my guy friends was like, this girl was totally hitting on me. I'm like, in what sense? Here. And then
she was just talking to him.
She's, hey, how are you? And I'm like, I do that all the time. Oh my gosh, do these guys think I'm hitting on them? Because I'm not at all. I'm just
Probably.
So what's the difference of being a polite, normal person and like acknowledging somebody that's in the same elevator, or like if I'm passing somebody on the street, I'll acknowledge them and smile and say like, hey, how are you?
Right.
It's just etiquette.
So here's what needs to change. In America, we've desexualized, or women we teach guys, be persistent, go, get him. If it doesn't work, try again. And that's really what's promoted here. So women are like bombarded 24/7 with getting hit on.
This is true, getting mooed out, all that kind of stuff.
So they've learned to close off, completely disengage, and to be very, very guarded and bitchy to anybody. And the few times that they've been like, oh, this guy's not a threat, I'll be nice to him, he pulls some weird shit, and she's like, fuck, it happens again. So what needs to happen is guys need to dial it back a little bit, probably 100%. Give less fucks, be happy and go just do their own thing and have fun. And then women will feel more comfortable, more open, and then they'll start to actually engage with the opposite sex. They'll actually start to
some kind of curiosity rather than this bitterment that takes over.
But I feel like a lot of it is so calculated in such a game too, because like a lot of my girlfriends and we don't know if someone's interested in you or if they're just trying to like be aloof and exactly what you just said. So it's like I don't.
Is it a game? Is it genuine? Like, what are your intentions? If you could just read
what are your
mind.
intentions is exactly 100% correct.
And if guys like dialed back a little bit, girls would be more forthcoming with when they were interested, and guys wouldn't have to wonder and learn all of this game and this pickup and all of this different shit that it's like I wouldn't even have a show if one simple thing happened. Men reined it in. Women, it would.
You still would. You would have a show.
It'd
be a different show.
It would be a different show, but it would be, I just think that guys need to rein it back a little bit. Yeah. And that women would feel more comfortable. They'd start actually talking to men like they're people. We'd start having real conversations that didn't revolve around sex, because a guy knows that if she's interested, she'll actually do something to indicate that. I
feel like women do miss or will appreciate a man that it does court or try to be a little bit old-fashioned and not. I know I personally don't hit on guys, whatever that is, and I don't go chase guys. I won't chase anybody. Mm-hmm. I don't even chase my friends around. Like, if you don't want to hang out with me,
you don't have to chase them. You could just flip a little switch and be like, "Hey, I'm interested." Well, yeah. There could be like a code.
Yeah, but then
take a flip of the hair.
Yeah, hair flip. But I don't know. It seems, I recently, as for not an experiment. Everyone's gonna be mad at me, but I got on Bumble, and
I've heard of that. That was like a co-owner Tinder, and they split and did Bumble.
Yeah, a woman just started it, and then so it's like the girl has to obviously like initiate. If you guys both like each other, I think initiate conversation, and then from there weed out like a lot of the creepers and stuff like that. But I find some people, as soon as like you let them in, they'll just be like let's meet. It's crazy.
Bumble,
like,
I haven't heard of this.
Well,
it sounds like you just get stung instantly.
Interest. And then as soon as if you don't sleep with them after a date or you whatever it is, like it's like they're like that UFO. They're just like come really quick and just leave, like the one that happened on Saturday. It's like what the fuck is wrong with these people?
So a few text rules for you guys. If you meet on Tinder or whatever, I will give you my top 3 Tinder lines.
Oh yes.
Number 1.
Number 1, hey.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, how are you? Number 3, how was your day? Basically be as normal and as bland as humanly possible.
It's pretty normal.
Because any attempt at humor might render you,
much.
and who knows, maybe you're not funny.
Yeah.
But any attempt at humor may render you in the weird category.
I got a good one today.
All she's searching
Come here,
for.
you. That was the lead. Come here, you.
Come here, you.
At least he didn't lead with
1,800 miles away. I'm like, where is here?
At least he didn't lead with a dick pic.
Definitely not.
But so those are Tinder rules. And the other thing is, again, when you actually start, like you hit it off, you have a conversation with somebody, ... or what was the other one? Like, oh, nice talking to you.
Oh, today I got one. I haven't been on since like in a week or something, and then this guy was like, "So I see you're the strong silent type." Like, it's the week. Give me till Friday. I'm like, I have things to do.
Well, if you think
bills
you're
to
gonna get a
pay.
response back from that.
Yeah.
Hashtag priorities.
That's like
you
a
are
nail
not
in your
one of
coffin.
them,
You're
so
better off
there.
just waiting. And then if she doesn't text you back in like 2 weeks, maybe she's not on the app, maybe she lost you in the feed, hit her up again and say hi or hey or something like that. But getting passive aggressive is never going to get you anywhere with the opposite sex. It never will.
Or getting insecure and needy. Which are
The number one thing that people are looking for when on social media is this person weird. Because for some reason, even still now to this day, when people get online and they see somebody through social media, it's not a real person.
Right.
They're not seeing it as a person. They're seeing you as a fucking psychopath until proven normal. Mm-hmm. So these are really important things, guys. Watch this. Learn this. This will take your Tinder game to the next level. And just be normal. So anyways.
But people don't know what normal is.
You have to remember how many hundreds of messages women are getting as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you write something normal or whatever, you might have just gotten lost in the mess. So like,
sometimes
don't get mad about it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I get a lot of haze.
You guys should see my Facebook messages.
If you start getting mad and crazy
hysterical.
about it,
you can get charming
we
over a period of time.
and
But
forth
my
with
first
that.
3 texts are never.
I totally agree with you on that. But I'm saying that's what I'm saying because she has so many people messaging her. You can't be that upset, like you got to realize.
Yeah.
You're not the only person. Like she doesn't have one person. It's you, and you message, and like that message is like beaming in her face. And every time she opens her phone, there's your message. And like, no, you're buried with every other 100 million people. Especially those kind of guys that message girls on Facebook, and their comments and messages is like, oh my gosh,
you guys should
you're
see my
beautiful,
inbox.
blah, blah, blah.
I'm gonna show you guys.
I would love to see.
I saw yours, but
they really think they're the only
you
people
can sense which ones are normal,
Some
which
do.
ones aren't.
Some do.
And I do agree with that. I think that a lot of guys don't. And then with the messaging thing, that's one of the reasons why when I message girls on Facebook or whatever to come on the show, I lead very concisely so that they know that immediately this isn't a social call. This is a business call.
That'll come later.
Da, da,
but we
da.
just lead with the first business
because
first.
you get that little like you can see a little part of the message, but when it pops up on your phone, you get like the first half of the message.
Yes.
So I only ever write maybe 2 or 3 sentences. Hey, I'd like to invite you on my show.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's that simple. Link.
Yeah.
So and the more I tread through the social media world, the more I tread through the online dating world, I'm finding that less is more. And you can do cute, charming things, but man, if you overdo it, you just sealed it.
You overdo it, you're getting a screenshot from me as a friend. I'm texting. I'm like, what is
absolutely. We're building a show based on like all the screenshots from these.
They're
or
great.
you can do
wonderful individuals.
Or you can do Scotty's method.
Scotty's back.
Because Scotty could just send her a dick pic, and then you send her a picture of your balls. The reason that girls don't respond to dick pics is because you didn't send your balls with them. Okay. That's a little tip for you.
When he just goes off. Nobody even knows Scotty, but Scotty just busted
Scotty's
out.
back. Scotty's back.
It's not even just dick pics anymore, guys. It's changed.
That is
What
true.
are you getting? Are you getting butthole pics?
Yeah.
What?
Wait.
Yeah.
So on Tuesday, this person, I'll show you guys. Of course, I sent it to everybody that I work with and whatnot. But we all know who he is. But that being said, I got a text, and as a girl, like angles are everything. So I don't even selfie because I think it takes like too long. I don't know. It's like 100 selfies to get one good one.
Yeah.
So he's butt naked. He's on his stomach with his legs spread, and he always just has like one eyeball for whatever reason, like in the shot. But he somehow got it like whatever angle, because you know how hard that is. And he looked like, so his ass was like kind of up like a little bit, like in the air. And then he sent me, so it was like this, and that leg spread was up, is basically his ass. But like that would work on a guy, I guess, like if a girl did that.
Yeah.
And he was like, Darce, what could you tell? And it was Tuesday at 9 a.m. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is this picture?
Just no.
And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And in response, he's like, what can you tell me about this pic? And I'm like, and I refuse to
Hashtag
get
fail.
in.
Hashtag
and I'm like,
so much fail.
what are you asking me? And he's like, then he goes, did you use my pic with the emoji of the tongue and then like the wet drops? And then I'm like, use your pic for what? I mean, obviously no, but I'm like, I refuse. And then he puts like the damn eggplant thing and whatever else, and I don't know. And then I'm like, why are you naked? He's like, because I'm home in bed. Oh, I love being naked. I'm like, aren't you cold? Because it just like looked so awkward.
Great
Everything
response.
was awkward. Yeah.
Great response.
And then he's like, no. But then it's like,
what do you mean? That's not a great response. Fuck you is a great response.
no, but I'm just like, what
I
is
like
going
her
on
response
right
way
now?
better.
I was just
Completely aloof.
Yeah.
Like she knew exactly.
Like,
Oh,
aren't
is
you
it
cold?
cold because he was
you.
little?
Yeah,
That's
probably
funny.
that too. That's probably why he wasn't on his ass. He was on his stomach because he's.
But more like, what
But
are
why
you doing?
Why are you
in
sending
the
a
first
picture of you with
place?
your legs spread and your ass
Yeah.
up in the air? That's so weird.
So, by the
That
way,
is weird.
guys, every time that you get in a fight with a girl on Tinder, she doesn't respond, you tell her to fuck off or whatever, you send her a dick pic. She just screenshotted that and put it up on all of her social media. All of my
are on
friends,
blast.
like literally on my feed, all of my friends, I've seen every fucked up, weird, stupid Tinder message that all of you have sent everybody. So yeah. If you didn't get far enough to actually stalk her online on her social media, there's a reason why, and you just got made famous.
Yeah.
So again, more reasons, less is more.
Face down, ass up. You better be at a rectal
Yeah.
exam.
I'm like,
Don't be coming across my phone on
Awesome.
a Tuesday
So-
morning.
Real quick, this is such a good conversation. I don't want to. I think we're gonna save because we're gonna have a musical performance on the show. This is gonna be exciting.
Extraordinary talent.
We're gonna
performance.
save this
God.
till the end, I think, because this is good. We're flowing. This is really good. So what's something that you hate about dating in LA besides the fact that women are picky? Have you noticed anything else that you could?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, like I said, like women are more particular, but I kind of like that.
Okay.
Because it
Makes you feel
forces
special.
me to be better. It forces me to like be accountable and actually get on with what I'm actually saying and what I want to do.
So you enjoy
Yeah.
feedback. You like being told what you could improve
Yeah.
at, or what
Yeah.
you're
or
just
what do they
miserably
say?
sucking at.
Or like, when's your last girlfriend?
Recently, until a few weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're fresh out of the
Hi,
water.
ex-girlfriend. Sorry about this, but it's happening.
We won't stick a knife in there.
No,
So
just a spoon. Just a
Just a
little
spoon. Just a spoon.
yeah, just a
Tiny-
spoon. We'll
This
just
is a
dig
baby
it out. We'll
elastic
just dig it
spoon.
out.
Little one.
What the main difference, obviously, is that women are particular here more so than Australia.
Yeah.
Are there any other differences? Like what are,
But I think it's
the
more like
top three?
depending on the different countries I've been to and lived in, because I've lived in Europe for a bit as well. Like in Australia, like men and women are very equal. Like you go out for coffee, whatever, the girl will want to pay for herself because she doesn't want to be bought. It's like, like here it's like you buy it because like you said, like you want to see be old fashioned, the men being chivalrous and all that kind of stuff. But in Australia,
No
the woman
expectations.
No,
doesn't-
because
Yeah.
I'm
Go
always
Dutch, that
buying
kind of
everything.
thing.
I'm always
Oh.
going Dutch or like
fine.
paying for that. Always.
I'm always
Right.
expecting it the other way around,
Here.
where the woman's expecting.
Well, we all
at
grew
least
up
the
in this
beginning.
recession, so I think that the dynamics are changing, and that and it's funny because that gets shrugged off into the chivalry category, like the old-fashioned chivalry stuff. But chivalry was a much more expansive honor code. It was actually more like a Bushido code, like a samurai, like defend the weak, protect the innocent, kind of a thing. It wasn't necessarily just guys pay for everything and open doors.
And chivalry is different. I feel like some people are going to get like a little bit confused. Now, it's when you're like courting or dating the woman. When you're with somebody for a while, I feel like, yes, you should split things or you should meet someone halfway. But in the very beginning, it's like at least be like a woman, I'm a woman, I want to feel like a woman. I want it, and it doesn't mean like, it doesn't have to be paying for things. It's just like little things like
Always
that.
pay on the first date, by the way. I totally, that's like a number one thing. Like if you're going on a date, you pay.
Or be like, do you want to go out on a date? And then you're like, where do you live? And I'm like, West Hollywood. And they live in Manhattan Beach. And they're like, okay, so Uber to me in Manhattan Beach to go on a date. What?
So many
like,
logistics have changed with this whole entire process.
But it's like, then come
dating.
pick me up if you, like, at least for the first date. The next one, if there is one, then we can meet halfway.
Or offer 90% of the time. She'll be like, no, wait, I can meet you. Or
order
something.
the Uber.
I'll
If
go.
you're drinking, order her the Uber.
But it's like, but don't make me come all the way across the city to come to you. I already see how this relationship's going to go. I can already tell.
Yeah. It's just
I'm
going to be
gonna go to
this is
you
a
all the
Netflix
time.
and chill.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Come live in my, or come hang out on my expensive couch and let's drink wine and watch Netflix and chill. Because, of course, we know what chill means.
Chill.
I mean,
So cool.
I had that offer last year from someone I met in church.
Nice.
And no, but yeah, of course.
Praise Jesus.
Played the nice guy card and all that kind of stuff. And then said, what are you doing Monday night? And I'm like, oh, I have to work till 9:30, but... And he's like, okay. And then all day, like, how about you just come to my couch? He legit said, I have them screenshot and saved, like, come to my couch tonight. And I'm like, you want me to go to the valley to your
You're
couch?
like, is that a new club?
I don't even know
Come
you.
To my couch.
I don't
my
even know
house,
you. I
my
don't want to
couch.
go on your... Like, at least give me, like, an hour to have a drink. Give me a glass of... Or, like, let me have a glass of wine somewhere and, like, have some game and, like, lure me to your couch.
Right. Like, how about a little mystery? Create a little bit of an experience.
He got so mad at me. Like, tantrum texts.
Wow.
And I've never like... I knew you were going to do this. You're just a flake. You're like, all these other girls out here. Da, da, da. I'm like, damn, like, you have some built-up resentment that has nothing to do with me.
You need to take that resentment back to the ex or wherever it came from.
A, you need to learn some a better approach tactics. And B,
maybe don't say
Jesus is watching you, motherfucker.
Come to
those
my
are the worst
couch.
ones.
I need a T-shirt
Are
that
they?
says that. Come to my couch.
The Bible pushing people?
Yeah, so have you
Yes.
dated in that community quite a bit?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I just know. It's like... I don't know. You know how it is. You can just
I
tell.
studied to be a pastor, but I was a
pushes
virgin at that time.
wow.
Anybody that pushes
Yeah.
anything on you, I believe it has like... I have my beliefs, but I don't push them on people. Do you know what I mean? So it's like...
You can tell
It's
a
like, be
pushy
healed.
person up front.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're pushy, you're pushy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so non-reactive.
Oh, dude, I used to be the
Done with
pushiest
it.
Christian on planet Earth. Like, I had a pastor's
do?
wife
What'd
throw a Bible at my head because I tried to convert their congregation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
When? What do you mean?
Well, I was like 17, and like I started believing in kind of a different sect of Christianity than kind of the born again evangelical, like anything goes. It was like the Australians of Christians. Like it was like, yeah, let's do rock music and fuck it, and everybody's going to church, and I'm over here like, wait, there are some biblical inaccuracies here, and I started like really studying the Bible, and I was like, wait, what are we doing? This isn't correct, and da da da. And she grabs this book and she's like, you're reading this too much. And I'm like, it's the Bible. We're supposed to read it. And she fucking throws it at me. She's like, get out of here. And I'm
That's
like,
like, you're supposed
wow.
to throw the Bible. That's like God's word.
True.
That's like...
It's- yeah, well-
I'd be scared to do that.
yeah, that would be the gist of it. But
So when you were trying to convert everybody, how was your dating life when you were 17?
I was a virgin.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then until...
Until I stopped believing in God in that form, at least. And then I fucked everything in sight for a long time.
Like everything. Like what else? Like what?
everything.
Everything. We saw some
I don't really like fucking
donkeys. We're
watermelons.
like,
I got some fruit at home. I got kicked out of a
pillow.
supermarket once.
cupcakes.
No. I lost my virginity like literally right after I
Utensils.
left the church, and then I wasn't I actually didn't do too well at first, and that was a big revelation for me. It was like everybody was like, "Oh, you're good looking," and I'm like, "Yeah, well then why aren't I getting any chicks?" Like it was such a revelation. Like I had such bad game. I was so socially awkward with women that I mean,
Like what'd you do?
it was like another 2 years before I really started to like even understand that I needed to work on it, and then it was like another 2 years before like I was like, oh, and it clicked.
Yeah, where was like the straw that broke the camel's back on that one?
I was a go-go dancer at a gay club, and a dude walked up and grabbed my ass. And
Abby?
No, Hamburger Mary's in Long Beach.
Twist.
And I mean, I had been getting better. I'd been understanding some social dynamics at that point, but it wasn't until like a guy walked up and grabbed my ass, and I like turned to hit him, and I was like, "Fuck, I can't," because I'm working. So I was like, I like the first thing that came out of my mouth was, "Oh, it's rude," or "Oh, it's tacky."
Oh,
Yeah.
you felt like us. How
And
we feel.
that's what
got
that
it.
shifted everything. Suddenly I was like, holy shit. And then in the next few years, like I became very, very good at engaging with women because I knew how they felt. And, I kept dancing there for a while. So I was kind of constantly in that,
ass grabbing situation.
Yeah, I knew exactly what it was like. I knew what it was like for guys to come up and hit on you in like the most complete, crass, asinine way, or for guys to walk up and be like, very polite and respectful. And you're like, yeah, that's cool. You can hit on me for like a second. Like,
You
just kind of concede with it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can buy me a drink.
But
that guy over there, no drinks. He's going to rape me.
The drink thing is... I don't like when guys buy me drinks when I go out with my friends.
Because they have expectations.
No, they own you the rest of the night. And you owe them, like, your vagina, pretty much. Like, it was just a Chardonnay, buddy. Relax. Like, I can buy my own next time. It's like they get mad at you.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And so I'm like, no, I'm good.
Another actual, like, piece of awesome, solid... I hate calling it a game, but I don't know what else to call it. I've learned is when you go up and buy a girl a drink, walk away after. And I've done this before, where I've literally bought a drink, walked away.
Just sound advice.
And kind of just stayed in a general area where she could easily access me. Like, I didn't fucking run back into a crowd.
Because then if she wants to talk to you, she'll come over.
And then she will. She'll walk up. Thank you. What's your name? Da-da-da-da-da. You're not being creepy. You're not being over, da-da-da. And if she doesn't, fine, fuck her. But for the most part, like, whether she does right then or at some point in the night, you're going to end up talking to that girl, and you're going to have such a better chance of actually, like, getting her number, seeing her for a date if you approach it normally.
If you give the drink and you just sit there and watch each sip taken, it's not going to happen.
Well, it's the same thing as, like, going up to a girl in a club and giving her a really great compliment and then just walking away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in fact, like AFC Adam, he told me that he was doing an interview for a major magazine. So he went in the club early, talked to every single girl, gave them all compliments. So when he went back in there with the magazine lady, all these girls were so open to him.
Yeah.
Like, wow, your game's amazing. Like, no, he primed everybody. Like, he just went up, said really nice stuff, and just left. Like, he wasn't needy.
Smart.
He wasn't in their face. So the girls were like, oh, what a lovely guy.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
That's fucking brilliant.
Hi,
that's what he did.
Hi, Adam.
I've seen some of AFC Adam's YouTube videos and stuff online, and if you haven't seen those, you should go watch them. They're epic. He's great, and
which means he should probably come on the show because we just talked about him a lot.
Yeah, we probably should.
Now I want to know who this person is. What does he do?
Basically.
He's a dating coach, right?
Yeah, from England.
Yeah.
And now he does like
England. Do you find your accent just gets you like so many chicks, or because I feel like
yes, James.
I don't know. I guess people they tend to like it. I don't know.
That's such a good.
It's a lady killer.
I feel like the Australian accent is the laziest accent, though. We're not even finishing words properly. We're
You're a bit lazy.
Together.
You're a bit lazy, James.
We don't say our R's.
But you know what? You play music really, really well, and we have like 3 minutes, so you might want to.
Yeah, we have about 5 minutes. Yeah, so let's get to. Did you need me to put on a backing track?
No,
or?
I'll just play a bit of something.
Okay.
Like a few seconds or something.
So now he's gonna come on, and
play,
not only
like, every instrument.
Did he woo you with his accent, but he's gonna serenade you with his musical instruments.
Here.
And to be honest, playing musical instruments has been a good thing for many, many men that struggled with game for a long time. I mean, that's age old. That's one of the first things that guys do. They're like, oh, I can't get chicks, but if I get a guitar and I say I'm in a band,
or
then I'll get chicks.
I mean.
And I've seen so many fucking people do this.
So you want to stick with it when you're a kid. That's the plan. Because
Yeah.
when you're a kid, it's not cool. And then when you get older, it becomes cool again. It's really weird how things like that work.
That is true.
Yeah.
I hated the guitar when I was a kid.
That is interesting.
Now I love it. Right.
Everything
really
you did
thought
that
about
wasn't
that.
cool at school becomes cool later on. Everything that was cool at school is kind of like whatever. Just
Yeah.
True.
So don't worry about the status quo. And the other thing is the people that are really popular in high school, when they hit their
biggest
prime,
losers.
Yeah.
They got nothing to
That is
work
Their prime
for
was
either.
high school.
Yes.
Think about it. If you're at school, everything's easy. Everything just comes at you. What have you got to work for later on in life?
Yeah.
So all the ones that are good looking that I went to school with later on in life are the ones that had to really work for it and prove something. And all the good looking kids turn out to be lazy and fat. Like they didn't have that drive, you know?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. So
if you're ugly when you're younger, you're gonna be good later on.
And
in
like,
life.
oh hey, late bloomers, I was one of them.
Me too.
And all the bullies, they're like quitter moms now with the cankles and the
So
4
is
kids.
that late
Sorry
blooming,
about that.
or is it because you actually really worked at it?
I worked at that.
Exactly.
I worked at
adversity
it.
inspires. You
It
know.
does.
Exactly.
It
I
does
was
for
late
sure.
bloomer.
So
And
cool.
that
We
too.
ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play a little bit of like Take Me to Church, I guess.
Ah,
right.
Here it goes.
See if I can work my way around this microphone.
There we go.
This.
He's got it. He's got it.
All right, let's see. So.
Perfect.
There you go. A little something.
Awesome.
It's a panty dropper
So
right
talented.
there, huh?
There it is.
I really enjoy it because it's been a lot of fun changing from classical to the crossover world. It's very different because in the classical world, it's like play exactly what's written on the sheet of music. Do not change a single note.
So you teach students, and let's get into like where people can find you, social media.
I guess like my website's imjamesthompson.com, just imjamesthompson.com.
Smart.
But I teach and I perform all around LA, and I teach at the French Conservatory of Music in Beverly Hills, which is linked to the one in Paris.
Cool.
But do a lot of stuff.
You never really hear anybody that can play the violin.
No.
Or anything.
Yeah, it's more of a rare thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But I love the crossover stuff is the best because you get to play. I played for the Lakers recently, and with Lauryn Hill at the ASCAP Music Awards, with Quincy Jones.
That's awesome.
It's all because like I'm learning how to improvise, and now
how amazing was that experience?
It's amazing. It's the best, and it's the best fun because I make it up. So I go in. The DJ's playing, and I just go, okay, I listen to the song for a second, get the key in my head, and then just start ripping out whatever I feel like.
James is like,
Nice.
I'm here to slay.
But it's just fun. Like I get lost in it.
Hello,
I just get lost in it, you know.
Hello, ladies.
He'll
I
also
can play
wrestle a
whatever I
shark.
want.
I got this.
I'll wrestle a shark while I play the violin.
Punch the shark.
Yeah, we got Penny Drop over here. He's got the big arms. He's got the violin. You know, he used to punch sharks in the nose.
The accent.
Nobody can fucking beat that.
He's gonna take over the crossover world of classical to EDM.
Yeah, that's
pop,
basically what I'm
amazing.
doing. Writing
Trap,
like
hip
hip-hop,
hop,
pop songs.
all that stuff.
Cool.
So I'll have an album coming out next year and then start touring
And you
it.
might actually score some of Darci's productions, possibly, right?
Yeah, that'd be
Television,
amazing.
film, something like that. Where can
Bring
people
you
find
on.
you?
That'd be amazing. I would love that.
And Darci, where can people find you?
You can find me at darcimayan.com. Darci Mayan is my all my handles for all social media. It's Darci with an I, not a Y.
DARCI.
It should be up here on the screen.
Up here. Subscribe, click, blah de blah, all that
Thanks.
stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. So at Darci Mayan, do you want social media?
Sorry?
Social media?
That's
She's
my-
congruent.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the same everywhere.
She's
So Darci
unlike
Mayan.
you,
All
unlike
right.
me.
I
We've
make
got
it
like
simple.
8 different names.
I keep it simple.
So smart.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Very smart.
And as always, you can find Sarah. You can stalk Sarah online.
You can. Probably not
And
today.
like all of her picks.
Okay.
Right?
Yes,
I
and
like all Sarah's picks.
you can
She loves
find
it.
us at
Methodology of the modern mail. Modernmailinc.com.
Yeah, we still have 5 more minutes.
we
Well,
really?
fuck it. And as always, you can find us at methodologyofthemodernmail.com or modernmailinc.com/radio. You can find us all over the internet. I mean, just Google Modern Mail. And you'll find it. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe below. And that's it for tonight, folks.
That's it.
Thanks for tuning in to Modern Mail Radio.
You're listening to Modern Mail Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.